Basement Bookers Podcast.
I'll start the podcast. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Basement Bookers Podcast. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm sick. Rich, still bald. Thank God. Thank God. Because that's the anchor here. If Rich isn't bald, then we can't podcast.
Nope. I'm not growing it back.
Unfortunately, yeah, there wasn't an episode. I'm sure you all saw the short, which was doing gangbusters over on YouTube, which is great. But I wish more of you guys would watch the episodes, which would be great. But yeah, this is what I'm supposed to welcome you guys. Welcome into the Basement Bookers Podcast. This is a wrestling podcast. Most of you know us. Some of you don't know us. We're friends probably for too long. There's only one other person I've been friends with longer than I'm currently friends with. So this guy's going to have to do. He's probably the most capable, bald, and intelligent person I know in the world of wrestling. I don't know what that says about us. I don't know what that says, but he's probably forgotten more about it than you know. And that's probably true.
Yes.
All things considered.
Yes.
But, you know, at the end of the day, in future, RichTheRiz will be blessed to be able to make new friends every day because he'll have forgotten them. And never forget that. So, RichTheRiz, the most richest, baldest man. How was your vacation from the Basement Bookers podcast? You know, because technically you also got a vacation. Isn't that
Yeah.
right?
Yes, I did. I mean, not to pat myself on the back, but that was one take short, so that was pretty cool. So I did have last weekend off. It was cool. It was, it's always nice having a little extra time. Like, I'm at the stage of my life where time is the greatest commodity that there's just never enough of. That was cool. Doing the live stream on Monday was pretty cool for you guys. Thanks everyone that checked out, including you, BasementJer. Appreciate
I
you.
had to lend some support. You know, I'm sorry. Like, it was a really good episode, unfortunately for me.
Yeah, it was a good episode of Raw, which they're few and far between now. But like, let's hope that they're on a good path right now. But I
Well,
had
they have
fun.
to because it's the Garden next week.
Yep, that is
For the money that people had to pay, it better be fucking good.
through the teeth. So yeah, I had fun doing Raw solo-ish. Talk to the folks in chat. Played some Supercard on there since it was just me. I didn't want just the Dead Silence since I don't have the Netflix capabilities that BasementJer has.
I didn't hear Supercard. There were no sounds in Supercard.
Oh, no
How is that
sounds,
filling
but
the silence?
it wasn't filling. It was filling the
It's a visual. You just
spirit of
didn't
the
want to
silence.
be on screen alone.
Yeah, like I'm like, all right, let us know, and it's whatever. You know how it is. You know how
If it was just me, I probably would have been playing Fortnite anyway. So
there you go. That's why you're not playing Fortnite right now.
because I'm not
Are you playing-
allowed, I have to pay attention to the podcast. Actually, no, it's because of my internet. I'm not sure I'd be able to do both. Actually,
Damn.
yeah. Oh, you know, like my Netflix is all blurry and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, we gotta
But let me
send someone over
talk
there.
about what my vacation a little bit, and then we'll
Mm.
go into, we'll talk a little bit about some stuff that I missed that I heard about that maybe you can give me your opinion on. You know, we could talk about the United States Championship switch on Friday Night SmackDown, the unceremonious one
Yeah.
that I heard about. So I went to Florida. It was to visit my kid, and we went, my wife and my in-laws, we went to Disney, and we did Animal Kingdom on Thursday. We got there on Wednesday. We left here early in the morning. Without a hitch, the fine men and women and thems or its or whatever of the TSA on the New York side were fine people. Considering the fact that they weren't getting paid. So, you know, um, not to get political, but that didn't have to happen. It didn't have to happen. And I don't like when people play games with the lives of other people just to forward an agenda and also to not even get what they wanted. And all those people suffered for votes. And now there's a commie mayor of New York. But anyway, the point is, my point being, Animal Kingdom on Thursday. Friday, we went to Magic Kingdom. And then, Hollywood Studios after, which was fun. And by the way, we didn't leave those parks until midnight.
Damn.
Let me tell you something.
It's a lot of walking.
I was racked with pain coming out of Magic Kingdom. Mm-hmm. Like, there was a parade at the end, which I might have normally enjoyed. A nice little Christmas parade. But inside, I'm screaming, where is Santa? Santa, you need to get here now, because that's when it's over. When Santa comes, you know that it's gonna be over. And then everybody else wanted to go to the store. Mm-hmm. And then, like, the people, and I don't deal well with crowds. Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised you did a parade.
Well, I had to do everything because, like, I'm also, like, along with people that set up the whole thing. So I'm not going to be
on follow
guy. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I'm not that guy. Like, if everybody's having a good time, I'm going to bite down, and then later on, me and my wife can complain about it together, in the comfort of our hotel room. Mm-hmm. Like, everything was great. But then there was Epcot. Epcot sucks. It just does.
Isn't that the happiest place on earth?
That's the Magic Kingdom.
Oh.
That's the one with the castle and everything. Epcot's the ball one.
Oh, yeah, the big golf ball.
Well, what's in there is a ride. You basically... It's like you're in like a time machine, and you start at the dawn of time... And it was like animatronics. It's called Spaceship Earth. And it's old, but you go in there and it's like, oh, man's great and stuff. Look at all these achievements, writing on walls and stuff. And then eventually we had to, like, make it so you could write on stuff. And then Papyrus came, and it's like, to spread the knowledge and whatever. Anyway, but Epcot sucks. And because it's like, it's huge. It's a lot of walking around. It's a lot more walking around. Damn it. Sorry. I dropped something. All right. Anyway, it's a lot more walking around. I promise we're going to talk about wrestling. It's a lot more walking around and not as many rides. You know what I mean? Like, there's Spaceship Earth. There's the Guardians of the Galaxy Rewind, which is fantastic. Great ride. It's a great ride. Best ride at Epcot. That's what I say. That's not what my wife says. She likes Frozen. Because we went on, and I think it's because we mainly got to go on one time. The one time we got to go on it was when we went with my daughter the last time we were there. And she loved that ride. And we couldn't get on it. And I think that adds to the ire of hating Epcot. But now at least we have one ride there that we will remember fondly, as being one of the best rides.
That's cool.
And when we were at Animal Kingdom, we got to try out, there's a Zootopia experience.
Ah,
yeah, and it was kind of cool. It was like you sit down. It's like a 3D. It's like a 3D thing with, like, you feel the air at you. It's like it's a cartoon. It's kind of cool. It's neat. But yeah, I just want to say for the record, the TSA in Florida are a bunch of assholes. It's not my fault. You weren't getting paid. Okay, you don't know what my job is or if I have a job. You don't know what I'm going through. So you don't get to be rude to my wife. You don't get to be rude to me. Okay? And as far as I'm concerned, the TSA, by the way, if you work for the TSA, you watch this show, you're a good person. You didn't do anything wrong. But I wish it would go the fuck away. There's better ways to do this shit. They think they power trip. They think they can do whatever the fuck they want. And it's bullshit. All right? You're a fucking employee. Okay? You hear that? You fucking work. You work for me. Well, not technically me, but you work for my wife. And you work for RichTheRiz. And we expect a modicum of decency. It's about being decent and good and kind. Because that's what it is to be a human. It's 2025. You don't get to treat people like that, and you don't get to touch my balls on the outside of my pants. Okay?
That's right. That's a privilege.
That's right. That's a privilege. All right. Speaking of privileges, RichTheRiz. Now,
All right.
11 minutes in. So, tell me about this Julia situation. What's going on here? Chelsea Green is the first ever two-time Women's United States champion. I can't stand her, and that's the point. You know, you have to. She's doing her job. You know what I mean? But RichTheRiz, what do you make of that?
I love Julia, but Chelsea Green is great. So first off, probably because Chelsea Green just re-signed recently, so it's like, all right, well, you're here, cool, thanks. Here's your signing bonus, and it's a title. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Julia, huge upside, but Chelsea Green is so entertaining, and she as it's well documented, she has no problem being the butt of all the jokes. As long as people are talking about her, she knows she's doing right. And sucks for Julia. Kind of wish it had happened on a PLE, but here we are. And now it's time to turn a page and I'm ready to see what is coming for Julia and Kiana James.
Yeah, that's nice. That's nice to have a positive attitude about that. I think it's kind of disgusting. Like you could have done the change could have been done better. It was like a 2-minute match or something. Like what are we talking about here? You know How long was this match? She just gets rope-a-doped. You know what I mean? Like this, she's like a sensation. And okay, first of all, let me say something about the United States title. All right, and I don't know if this is true. I'm just telling you what I saw, but I read on the internet somewhere that the United States Championship, they had no plans for it. They saw that Mia Yim and Chelsea were like doing this feud or whatever, and like, what if a belt? You know, what if? And then it was Becky that like advocated for that to be a women's Intercontinental Championship.
That tracks.
I don't think you need either of those things. Okay, I've said this before. I've complained about this before. If you want a women's mid-card championship, you get one, and it's defended on both shows, just like the women's tag teams championships. There is not enough female talent to warrant this. There just isn't.
I agree that there's not enough female talent, but what I think this does is, in the ideal world, which of course we're not in, is it sort of opens the door for them to say, all right, now we need more women on the main roster. Let's bring up some of the women from AAA that are doing super well. Let's bring up some of the women from NXT that are doing super well. Let's buy TNA already.
Dude.
Also, buy TNA already. Come on.
The answer is not bring in more women. It's a 2-hour show on Friday and a 3-hour show on Monday.
They don't need
with the commercials. They barely utilize who they have anyway. What do you mean?
So,
where's all this space that you're coming up with?
So, like, I know it goes kind of like way, way back, but what about just not having every storyline or even every top storyline done on every show? You can skip a week
They
to
do that.
showcase another, and they can continue doing that with the women's division. No, men's IC this week, women's IC next week.
This sounds like some feminist gobbledygook. I will not have this. I will not have this. I will not have this here. All right, we need to turn up the testosterone. I don't know what happened to you. Okay, perhaps living with two girls has changed you in some sort of way, altered your DNA, which is scientifically proven. I've seen it. I've seen it. Have you been taking Tylenol as well?
No.
All right, good. You gotta keep it. You keep yourself regulated. All right.
Yes.
All right. Now,
Caffeine and I don't even know what. Caffeine and sour candy.
gotta be careful with caffeine. I think I heard it shrinks your balls. Now, I don't
Wow.
know about that scientifically. I'd have to consult Bobby on that, but I don't know. Me specifically, I don't know. I'm not a scientist, but what I do know is professional wrestling. So John Cena is the new Intercontinental Champion. I fucking told you guys. I told
You
you it was
did.
gonna happen. Nobody fucking believed me. They all thought I was a conspiracy theorist. They thought I was crazy. But look who's crazy now. Who's loco now? SA. Okay, it's not me. Way. Okay, I'm sane, and I told you guys. I told you motherfuckers. But now we got the tournament coming, and Cena specifically said that he wants his Saturday night's main event. It's going to be highlighting. It's going to be NXT up and coming talent versus current WWE superstars, along with his final match, because he was brainwashed at NXT. So he wants to give back to the community. And what's to be probably the most one-sided ass kicking we're probably ever gonna see. I don't know who the matchmaker is, but Javon Evans versus Gunter.
A returning Gunter,
A returning Gunter.
which means
Now,
he's in Super Gunter mode.
being that is Triple H in charge,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sitting here like it's a guarantee. The reason is Triple H likes to fuck with people, I think. And is there a bigger egomaniac than Triple H? Like the fact that I saw his raggedy ass standing in the middle of that ring in Boston before Cena comes out, right? It's like, no, I'm saying nice things about John Cena. No, you are a thief because you know you will never, okay, you will never feel that much love directed to you directly. So you need to be in the John Cena vortex.
Not since he made that return in the denim jacket at Madison Square Garden that we were there for. That was it.
That's as
He got that
close as
pop.
you're going to get
Yep.
because
So
it's John Cena in Boston.
He's got
And
to
his
steal the
final
Cena clout.
appearance. In his final appearance. Okay? No, I'm saying all the good things. Anybody could have done that.
That could have been a video package.
Yeah. But whatever. He's out there. I guess it was like to make it official. Dominik Mysterio versus John Cena. And it's like, I was watching you watch it, and I'm like, oh, he didn't. Like, you didn't react at all when John Cena said, fine speech. I popped. I'm like, oh shit, John Cena said it's a fine speech. That's a wrap for Dominik Mysterio. It's fucking over, son. When he says that's a fine speech, man, he doesn't care. That means everything you just said doesn't mean shit. You know, I'm like, Super Cena is here. Then he said he's invincible. I'm like, well, Dominik Mysterio is going to have a decent match. You know, he always does. But at the end of the day, it's Super Cena here. And that was it. The disrespect that was shown to him by that little shit. Look, I'm glad the match happened. I'm kind of upset. I'm not upset, but like in my dream booking, it would have been great for him to have Dominik Mysterio in that final match. But it could technically still happen. We don't. Dominik Mysterio could get into that tournament.
Yeah,
You know,
he could. Like nothing is set in stone yet, and Dom, like Dom is certainly on his way to a Hall of Fame career. I don't think that's a stretch, right? But obviously he's not quite there yet. So he still could benefit from having seen his last match. You don't even have to put Dom over. It don't matter. Let Cena retire as the IC champ, and then you do something stupid like another tournament or a freaking battle royal or something. Or a ladder match.
Yeah, my problem with that is it's like I've also been in the camp where like I'd like John Cena to win his final match.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that from what I know of John Cena, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm.
He's very, I'm gonna give back traditional pro wrestler, maybe a little bit out of guilt for things he's done in the past, which I'm sure he'd admit to. He's stopped some pushes. You know what I mean? Alex Riley's still out there screaming and carrying on. Maybe
Just say
I
it
don't
to
know,
his
probably
face
not.
already. Mm-hmm.
Just say it to his face. Maybe there's a little bit of that in there. And he's older, more wizened. He's like, yeah, maybe I was an asshole to some people. I don't know, but it's nobody's perfect. And it looks like he might be put to sleep by Gunter or something. And people are like, "Oh, this Gunter is the career ender." It's like, what are you talking about? It's his final match. John Cena said when he's finished, "Oh, but Goldberg." Well, it was his final match. It wasn't like if he wins, he doesn't retire. It was a retirement match. So stop with the bullshit. Okay, it's stupid and dumb, and you should be ashamed. We're joking here, okay? Not, maybe you should be. I don't know, but I'm ashamed, not of myself, but of you out there, you who think that. But you should know better. John Cena is the goat, and he's gonna do goat shit. I pet a goat. A real goat, real live goat.
I saw that.
And
saw that photo.
Yeah. Dude, there was I gotta tell this story.
Okay.
So the goats are just everywhere in this part of the area. It's like a petting zoo type area. This goat, he gets up on top of a table and he just shits like he's depositing M&Ms to the fucking ground. I was hoping he was just making I was hoping like he was locked eyes with somebody while he was doing it. It's like, yeah, I'm shit.
Power
You
move.
love it. You're loving me shit right here, buddy. It's fucking
Listen,
hilarious.
goats are used to like hills and mountains and such. They're like predators in that way that they're used to having the high ground. So it's like, all right, I'm up here. This is my spot. Here's the proof.
I don't know if you know this, but sheep are soft. Like there was a sheep. We pet a sheep. Oh, whoa, man. Woo. Very soft. Very soft. Very soft. So back to the wacky world of wrestling here. No Judgment Day segment on Monday, which was odd. But there was an internet thing on X. It's like Dominik Mysterio's looking for everybody. He's like, "Where's JD? No Finn, no Raquel, no Roxanne. Where is everybody?" And he's it's gonna make for some compelling television in the near future.
Yeah, Judgment Day had a rough night on Monday.
Yeah, they sure did. And yeah, nice segue. Raquel Rodriguez didn't get the job done, but to no one's surprise, no one paying attention, Nikki Bella, that hungry, lustful shrew of a woman, attacked by Stephanie Vaquer, attacked her with her championship. Disgusting. Disgusting, horrible, terrible, awful behavior. What a nasty woman that Nikki Bella is, what she did. Nasty Nikki is what I call her. That's her nickname, Nasty Nikki. She did that, and she's about to pay for it with her life. Stephanie's gonna get her. So I can't wait for that.
Yeah, that's fresh. It's new. It's still Nikki Bella, but yeah, Stephanie goes over because
Oh,
there's no reason not
100%.
to.
Yeah, I hope like she wins with the devil's kiss. That's the finisher. That's what she deserves. She doesn't even get the finishing move. She doesn't get the spiral tap. None of that shit. She just gets her face smashed into the mat. We see the glutes. Everybody wins. We go over.
It's a glute party.
Yeah, it's just the way it is. It's reading, writing, and arithmetic. It's the way of the game. It's no bread, no water, just meat. Sheamus and Rusev, respectively, advance in the John Cena I'm on my way out tournament. I'm surprised that John Cena didn't wrestle Seth Rollins at all during his final run either. That's interesting. Who knows what would have happened if he didn't get hurt? If Cena would have been in the War Games match and maybe got to fight him then. I would love to hear what the original plans for that was. But speaking of War Games, we are set up for War Games, kinda. It's the Vision with Logan Paul versus Cody, Jay, CM Punk.
Yep.
It looks like, but
So a couple days ago, I'm looking at the Wikipedia here. Sorry to cut you off. A couple days ago, it just said each team had one TBA partner. Now it says they each have two TBA partners. So it looks like both the men's and the women's War Games matches are going to be 5-on-5.
well, I was getting to the women's. So we had a title change of the Kabuki Warriors. So it's gonna be Kabuki Warriors and Nia Legends versus Io, Rhea, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa plus one. So I'm not sure what to do with that. Okay, so here's what I think. I think Becky Lynch joins up with the Kabuki Warriors and Lash Legend and Nia Jax. It's my guess there. And for the faces, Bailey.
Not AJ Lee.
I forgot about her. I'm not interested in her in that way. But the fact that it's Becky, they'll probably put her in there. But like, I'm not sure your second match back should be a War Games match. From a mixed tag match to a War Games match, that seems a bit extreme to me.
Well, it's another match that she doesn't have to, like, she can do like 2 or 3 things and then take a big bump and then,
Yeah, but
nap
that's the
for
thing. It's
10
supposed
minutes.
to be this violent, match, with gimmicks and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
But yeah. For the men, more importantly, dogs got to hunt. More importantly, I'm thinking Drew McIntyre
That makes sense. He was recently
and-
aligned with Logan
and-
Paul.
and Brock Lesnar. Like that is a beefy team. Like that's no bread, no water right there. That's all meat. Like that's Brock because he's a Paul Heyman guy, and Drew McIntyre because he can't stand Cody Rhodes. Right now he's suspended, allegedly, kayfabe brother. But for the faces, that's where it's. Could you have Roman Reigns? With the J connection. Could you have who else would you have? Like Roman Reigns. John
Jimmy?
Cena's not going to do that because John Cena's got 2 more matches. It's his final match, and whatever's happening at the Garden. Yeah, Jimmy. Could be Jimmy and Roman Reigns in that.
Could have Roman come in and be like, "Listen, we gotta get on the same page. We gotta neutralize the Vision. We gotta neutralize Brock Lesnar, Logan Paul. Let's just stomp his face in. But
My only
Division and Logan
issue,
Paul, those are the dangerous ones.
my only issue with that is Roman is a man of his word, but he said he didn't want to see Jimmy and Jay until Christmas. I remember that. I take that to heart. So
True. So so my thinking here is they announce Brock, and then Jimmy and Jay, they're like, all right, and Punk and Cody, they're like, well, what do we gotta do? Maybe have Cody call in Roman. Maybe make it a favor.
remember LA Knight?
Yeah, he's
What
in the.
happened to him?
Well,
Yeah, he's got the
he's in the
mystery
first round.
opponent.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna win.
No. I feel like
I think they're burying him. Honestly, like
Man.
he's no longer involved in the program with the Punk stuff. Nothing. They cut off his promo, so you didn't see it because you're in a I don't listen to Jer plan, and I was watching during the commercial break, and they were interviewing LA Knight. And he basically wants to wrestle John Cena. And it gets to the part where he goes, John Cena, well, your time is up. My time is, and they cut him off right there. And I was like, ooh, well, timing being what it is,
That's rough.
There's a rumor that it's after somebody had put up a sign. Somebody had a sign in the crowd that says something about, LA Knight's better than Jay or something like that. And LA Knight took the sign and he showed it on camera. And people are saying after that, that's when the stuff was happening. So this,
maybe
by
he
the
has
way,
heat for that?
this is confusing. Because I have my hands up, right?
Yeah.
And to me, on my left hand, I'm playing with my ring.
Yeah.
But when I'm looking at myself, there's no ring there. You know what I mean? It's flipped. Like this.
Oh.
This hand is the one that I think has the ring on it.
Ah, okay.
So I'm like,
you're. It's the wait. This isn't a mirror scenario.
Yeah, but it's like I feel it, but okay, all right, never mind. It's fucking
TV magic.
X-Stoner. It's X-Stoner talk. There's residuals. It stays with you.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So you think LA Knight has heat for showing that sign?
I think LA Knight might have heat. He might have heat. I don't know, man. I think he deserves better than what he's getting. He's fun to watch, and his promos are good. Like, I don't know what the problem is here. It can't be an age thing because CM Punk's pushing 50 or something. I don't know. LA Knight's our age. Well, he's my age.
Here's my take. Right now, before
that's
LA
what we're
Knight
here for.
got
your take, buddy.
Before LA Knight got to where he is now, like I was like, get him in WWE ready. Like watching him TNA, Eli Drake, doing the same shtick. But I don't know if they're hamstringing him with his promos, or if they're scripting him, or if now they're not scripting. Whatever it is, I feel like I compare him to MJF now. It's like, what has he actually said lately that has been compelling? And not just edgy or same old shit. He doesn't really say anything anymore. He's still over. He's still good in the ring. He's entertaining on the microphone. He's compelling, but he doesn't say anything of substance. And that's the problem. That's the disconnect between some of them, between him and maybe the more casual fans. And maybe that's what creative sees, and they're like, they're seeing he's flashy, but he's lacking that little bit of substance at the moment.
What's Jay saying that's of substance outside of
Nothing.
heat?
Nothing.
Okay. So it stands to
Mhm.
reason. I would have rather had CM Punk versus LA Knight, honestly, that world title match on Saturday night's main event. I think that would have been better.
I think they wanted Jay in there because they wanted people to think maybe Jay might win. If it was Punk versus LA Knight, I don't think there was any sort of thought that Punk wasn't going to win.
For either one, there's no chance Punk wasn't going to win. At least to me.
Yeah, but I think.
Although I did
more
say
people
Noah was
behind
going to
Jay.
win, to be
Yeah,
fair.
that is true. I think Jay is like more the flash in the pan at the moment. Like
We
he's
technically
fit.
didn't review that, by the way. So that's
No,
what
we
this
didn't.
is also.
There you go. Yeah, Jay's like the flash in the pan, and people are realizing that he's the flash in the pan, and it's getting a little less. Oh yeah, Jay. It's like, oh hey, it's Jay. And I want to share that WWE Supercar, which you saw me playing on Monday if you were here for the stream, which thank you by the way. This season, Jay Uso is the face of the Second Wind support card, which is 100% a rib on him because he gasses himself just getting to the ring doing his eating. That's my call.
Yeah.
It's a rib.
It's also. I wonder if it has to do with
Yeah, maybe.
It's a double entendre.
Could be. It could be.
Could be, but I think you're right about that.
Speaking of Jey Uso, Jay versus Miz, first round coming up.
Honestly, I'm rooting for the Miz. It'd be cool if he steals that one.
For the
so that's on Friday.
Yeah, the history that Miz and Cena have, Miz absolutely deserves to be in the conversation at least for Cena's last match.
I don't think anybody's interested in John Cena versus Jey Uso. Why do that? We got that at Royal Rumble for a little bit, okay? It's just that's what you get. That's all you get, kid.
That was the finish. Cena's like, that was it.
Yeah, that was it for that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who else is it on Friday? It's 2 matches. Is that TBD LA Knight?
I think that's TBD Solo Sikoa. Maybe it's TBD LA Knight.
Huh. Well, he Solo already wrestled Cena.
Yeah. So I don't think Solo's advancing.
Yeah, I'm just wondering who it could be.
Maybe if you say his name, he'll appear.
So you're thinking Joe Hendry is the mystery for either him or LA Knight then?
Yeah, probably Solo, since Hendry's a face.
Be cool if Jacob was healed up and it was Jacob versus Solo.
That would be great. I would definitely like that.
God damn it. This fucking guy. But, he still has MFTs that he can still sell on the internet or something.
Yeah. Did Tama Tonga, really bulk up while he was out? Because he looks kind of jacked now.
He took steroids. They all do. They just don't test for it anymore.
Just check.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. He's probably, you know what? He ate a lot of coconuts. He was all right. Listen, I'm going to have to spill some knowledge here. All right. I learned this from the wise man when he was the wise man. And basically when a Tongan or a Samoan is injured or has to take a sabbatical, they are dropped off on an island. And they have to stay there and get strong. On the island also is a gorilla, and they can't leave the island until they beat the gorilla. So, just thriving off coconuts, anger, and probably like wild boar or something, he had to really live off the land. It was real survival. And then, once you beat the gorilla, there's a signal flare, and you hit the signal flare, and they come and get you, and you're ready to go. And he was swole. He did so well. He was wearing the gorilla's like pelt. He skinned the gorilla, and it became his jacket. As a matter of fact, that weird face paint that they're doing was he showed them that it made him a fierce competitor, a fierce warrior against a gorilla. And then they decided, wait, we should do gorilla stuff too. And then that's what happened. That's how come they're doing that. So yeah, Tama Tonga, big guy. He, that's what happened.
Nice.
No one could tell me that it didn't happen because they weren't there.
That's right.
Even if I wasn't there, I could tell you that.
That don't matter.
All right, good.
So yeah, that's all the first round matches. Quarterfinals, first quarterfinal match is set. Rusev versus Sheamus. Like we've seen this before.
What a shock to nobody paying attention.
Yeah.
Like,
I
don't mind it.
Damian Priest isn't getting past the first round. That's cute.
That's the thing. With Priest, it's built-in weakness.
Mm-hmm.
And he's selling the eye, for Aleister Black, which is interesting because, Aleister Black's been selling that eye for years or something.
Yeah.
He made it a part of his gimmick.
During COVID, like early COVID. So 4 years, I think.
Yeah, it's a long time.
4.5,
I can't
probably.
believe it's been that long. So everybody lost their fucking minds over a fucking flu. All right.
The early Thunderdome era.
Thunderdome was crazy, dude. Like, I wish it never happened.
Yes, but I feel like the
you think the bloodline made Thunderdome?
Oh, I like that.
It's like Roman came back for that. You'll never see it coming.
Yeah, like that was its own thing. But I feel like the Bray Wyatt character, the stuff they were able to do because there were no fans in attendance, the cinematic match,
Boneyard match, yeah,
the Boneyard. You had Cena in the Firefly Funhouse match. I think Bray's creativity really shone through without the fans in attendance.
Yeah, Thunderdome was something else. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like, that's probably the only silver lining, plus Roman.
Yeah. True. So, and another guy who won his last match, Undertaker, by the way. Just saying.
Yeah.
So, you can put that in your pipe and smoke it. Guy out there who thinks John Cena should lose.
I see you.
He probably will because he's John Cena. And he likes to give back, as we said. So that's that with him. So another thing that transpired at Saturday night's main event was Jade Cargill. And, she kind of did what I said that she should do. Where she came out on Friday and she said she's that bitch. Mm-hmm. I said she should have said she's the baddest bitch on the planet, but that's close enough. Mm-hmm. So,
baddest bitch is kind of just inviting Ronda Rousey rumors.
No, all right, because Ronda Rousey she didn't call herself any of that. She was Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
True. I thought she was calling herself the baddest bitch on the planet because Mike Tyson was the baddest man on the planet.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. Ronda Rousey was a one-trick pony. All right. And once she got in there with somebody who's like a real striker who wasn't going to play her stupid game, her ass beat. Mm-hmm. Not just Holly Holm. Not even thinking about that. Like
Well,
that's the first.
yeah, Holly was the first. She
I
showed the
know.
formula how to beat her.
I know she was the first, but
Mm-hmm.
that was kind of like Amanda Nunes beat the shit out of her. Like
That
she
too.
got a real beating,
Mm-hmm.
and thank God for that. I think that might have saved her. In life you're gonna have you. She needed that. She needed that ass whooping. Honestly.
Mm-hmm. I like truly. I hope she was able to learn from it because like you get people are that were at the top of their game like she was, and like just undefeated, and she took that first loss and she didn't take it well, and she that
Yeah,
second loss and she stormed out of the octagon.
but she got her
That.
nut. She got her nut. She got all the money that she,
Hmm.
all the, TV stuff that she did, some good wrestling things. You can pretty much do whatever she wants.
Yeah, it's just
You know?
important. Like in a competitive environment, it's really important. No matter how good you are, someone is better, and it may take time for them to get to their prime, and maybe for you to come out of yours. But they're gonna find you, and they're gonna beat you.
Yeah, my thing with Ronda is not her accomplishments, which I'll never take away from her, but
Hmm.
she's kind of a jerk. You
Yeah.
know, she's kind of an asshole, honestly. Like I don't know
Hmm.
her personally. I'm sure she's really nice to like her family, but I don't think she's nice. Not at all. I don't think she's very nice.
Hmm.
And I don't have to worry about it. It's not like she's gonna see this shit. I just don't think she's very nice. It doesn't hurt to be nice.
Yeah.
Why can't you just be nice?
Sportsmanship is so important, and it takes some good like mental health to get to that space. I think she didn't have it. I think she overtrained, and she was probably just believing her own hype that she was the best in the world and no one would ever beat her, and then she got beat.
Yeah, same thing happened to CM Punk. I don't think we would get the CM Punk that we have now
Hmm.
if it weren't for, an unsung hero, a gentleman by the name of Mickey Gall, a real hero. If it weren't for him,
Hmm.
you know, putting CM Punk to sleep, showing him he really isn't the best in the world,
Hmm.
and that you're just a guy and you're play acting. And sometimes you need that. And, I don't think we would have the gracious, CM Punk that we have today. If he would have won that and kept winning, he would have been worse.
Hmm.
But, you know,
And
now we
Dana White
benefit.
knew, and that's why CM Punk's first UFC fight, he was the opener of the main card, and Brock Lesnar's first UFC fight was the main event of the main card.
He still lost that fight, though.
Don't matter. He was the main
I
event.
know. I'm just saying, like, like, Brock lost that fight, but he didn't
Mhm.
let that define him.
Right.
You know,
Exactly.
he was also somebody who was like, he came out of WWE, he was like, I'm the fucking man.
Hmm.
He thought he could play football, which they keep forgetting. He got cut for the Minnesota Vikings. Keep saying he could do anything. He was cut for the Minnesota Vikings pretty quickly, I might add. Loses his first UFC fight, but then he
Hmm.
comes back and he's beating the shit out of people. He's a
Hmm.
former UFC heavyweight champion of the world.
Yep. First Heath Herring, then he got the win back against Frank Mir, and then Randy Couture. Those are
So
big
he's,
names.
yeah, huge names. And yeah, that's, and Brock Lesnar doesn't like people. I don't know if he's an asshole. You know, there's other things, but you got to charge the guy, okay? Until
Yeah.
then, in my world, you're innocent until proven that you're not. And from the looks of it, since he's still working with these guys, publicly traded company, they're not going to risk anything.
Mm-mm.
So, I don't know. Saturday night's main event, I thought it was fine, because we never really reviewed it.
Yeah.
It's just another Saturday night's main event. No more Jesse Ventura. His deal is up, so you're not going to see him again.
Mm.
That's over. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Really, I thought it was fine. I beat you, but that was because you had to make a decision. You had to make a decision because you said you would, and you did,
Yeah,
and we all commend you for that. Um,
thank you.
yeah.
Took one for the team so that we wouldn't have a tiebreaker. I hate winning on a tiebreaker. I hate losing on a tiebreaker. The
Dude, losing on a
tiebreakers,
tiebreaker sucks.
yeah,
It's happened to me.
yeah. But the tiebreaker was your idea, so
I Obviously it was my idea. There's a lot that's my idea. Don't hit me for that.
I'm not. But the tiebreaker is necessary because what if Tiffy versus Jade got thrown out and there was no winner? Then we would have had to go to the tiebreaker.
What if CM Punk and Jay got thrown out and there was no winner? That was another one where I was like, I don't know if there's gonna be a winner with
Yeah.
those muscle heads running around. But it's like, wow, they actually let this match happen.
Hmm.
And look, it wasn't good for Jay. Jay did not do great in that match. I gotta say, CM Punk's had some dance partners where it's like, I think he would have had a better match with LA Knight, if I'm being honest.
Probably.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is there anything else you wanted to address here? Because I'm floundering here. I'm sorry. I'm like my brain is farting.
No, that's really it. You mentioned the women's tag team title change, so that happened. That and the post match shenanigans set up Rhea Ripley to shout War Games. We know how you
Face
felt.
mask and all.
Yep. I didn't even realize she had broken her nose. We
Yeah, that's
had
why she was off TV for a little bit. It was in Japan.
mm, we had Regal that you were vocal in the chat about them just bringing him in for one line
He's
for one
just
line.
he's just back there. He's just back there. Like when Teddy Long would come out for the Raw anniversaries and
Mhm.
tag team match player.
You're going 1-on-1 with the Undertaker. Holla, holla, holla.
I wish there was a guy like the Undertaker now, so someone can just be like, "Well, guess what? You have a match against Drew McIntyre," and they're like, "Oh my god, damn it!" They're
I,
fucked.
2,
Like
3
a guy
years.
that you got to wrestle out of punishment.
Mhm. 2, 3 years. That'll be Gunther.
You think so? You got to go 1-on-1 with Gunther player.
I think Gunther is the closest thing to that. Gunther or Sheamus. Actually, Sheamus. Yeah, either of them.
I'd rather it be
Drew too.
Rusev, actually. Like, I want Rusev to be like a killer. Like, he's like, like how they throw you to the lions in the
Hmm.
gladiatorial games, like that.
Hmm.
Like you're getting thrown to Rusev, and he's gonna have his way with you.
I really want them to get behind Rusev. I want him coming back to WWE to mean something, not just okay, I'm back. Thanks for the checks.
Well, look, like the thing is, like Ilya Dragunov is doing what I wanted Rusev to do. Like when when he says pain will entertain you,
Hmm.
and Jesus Christ, like this guy, he's like a monster. He really is a mad dragon.
Hmm.
Like he believes, and like when he believes, I believe. And that's kind of what I wanted for Rusev, but Rusev just does. He don't got that dog in him. You know what I'm saying? Like I think he does, but they don't let him.
Hmm.
They don't push it like that.
Hmm.
But with Ilya, oh my God, he's all about pain, and that's great, and especially in wrestling. That he's the best mid card champion there is right now. I
I
gotta say. Well, let's think about it
well,
for a
well,
second.
well so,
Ethan
Cena.
Page. Well, John Cena.
That's a different class.
Ilya would take current John Cena and just destroy him. It's not
Mhm.
close.
Yeah.
He is the GOAT. He
Mhm.
is the GOAT. But let's face it, this giving him the IC title, that was a nice little thing for Boston. Teach Dominik Mysterio a lesson. I'm hoping that something good comes from this for Dominik Mysterio's character. Like, if this develops his character further, then that's good. If it doesn't, then it is a bit of a head scratcher, especially for a lot of people who are discussing this on social media. Some people are like, they shouldn't have done that. Why do that? And it's like, I'm like, well, he's John Cena. You can't have him retire, not be a Grand Slam champion, and call him the GOAT.
Yeah.
And
But
Dom
for
got what he
Cena,
deserved.
Cena didn't need that. I feel like it was a little bit of a thank you from the company, and I'm sorry we fucked up your run with that heel turn that went nowhere. So here you go, Grand Slam. Sorry.
I get what you're saying by that. For me, though, I felt like if you think about storyline wise, Dominik Mysterio came out. No one told him to come out. I'm sticking to the story, guys. We're doing storylines here, okay? Comes out, talks all this shit. Okay? So he's really high on himself, and then you gotta think all the shit he was talking last week to his father. Okay? And add on to that, he's really feeling himself. And then he accidentally steps in it and has to face John Cena in Boston. Okay? And he loses the belt. That's a lesson. And I think that was fine, But yeah, maybe he didn't need it, but he got it. Title he's never held. Granted, it would be cool if there was an actual long-term story to that, him trying to get it. But hey, he could be the last real Intercontinental Champion, if he wants to be.
Yeah. And there's no denying that in his prime, which was a long time, John Cena was undoubtedly a workhorse. So for him to get what's known as the workhorse title, it makes sense.
Yeah. Well, RichTheRiz, listen, I'm sick and dying. All right.
Yep.
I think we're good here. I want to thank everybody for watching RichTheRiz on his live Monday Night Raw, keeping it real. Specifically, my mother was the only other person talking in chat besides me. Even the lurkers out there who are just transfixed on Rich's beautiful bald head. Look, we try not to use sex, but that bald head sells apparently. I don't know. So, yeah, there it is. The truth comes out. We've been doing this the whole time.
Yes. Speaking of sex, selling at least, we know that 69% of you are not subscribed. So do us a solid. Hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button. It'll help us out a whole hell of a lot. Please do that for us. Let us know down below your thoughts on the Last Time Is Now tournament, on Cena winning the IC title, on Saturday night's main event, on the heel turns, on all of it. Let us know down below. And as always, Jer's got a party message.
The match of life is scheduled for one fall. So make it count.
Do what the man says.
Follow the bookers, please. And yeah, if you're sick also, I hope you get well. Get plenty of sleep and drink a lot of water. Bye-bye.